very, very well. Some women, they do certain things in bed. They talk different. And it's not to say that the other woman is less important than the other one, because it's not about that with men. You see, with you sisters, you think everything is a competition. And you see everything as, oh, she thinks she's better than me. In that man's mind, he don't think neither of you is better than the other. All he see is that both of you bring him happiness, that both of you bring him excitement, that both of you bring something to him that make him want you both. And it make him appreciate you both. But when a man only has one woman, he could never really know what he have until he get with another woman. And this is where a lot of women don't understand. Because a lot of sisters, you think that you're the shit just because you're with that man and he been with you long term. But technically speaking, if he was to get another woman or 3 other women, he'll really learn what you really are about. Because once he experiences these other women, he'll know if you're truly all that and a bag of chips. And a lot of you sisters don't want these men to have any other woman besides you, because you know that once that brother go out there and he gets some new pussy, or experience a new sister's loving, or a new sister's cooking, because it's not just about sex. Even
Same thing for a woman, in the sense of her getting some so-called new dick and, X, Y, and Z.
though sex is a major part of it, but also a woman who know how to cook can change the ball game. Because once that brother get with that sister, the woman who he's previously with currently, she's gonna be like, damn, so hold up, that other woman know how to cook too? Like, yeah, she actually is a very great cook. She don't want that because she want to have the man all to herself, and that's a problem. Men by nature will always desire to have more than one woman. The point that I'm trying to make in this video is this: sisters have to come to the reality of what is really going on and learn to embrace what I've kept talking about for so many years now, is polygyny. And even if a brother don't follow the Bible to practice polygyny, he's going to still have more than one woman. This is what really makes me laugh, when women argue and protest and say she don't agree with this and she don't agree with that. But yet, if we look at her life, she pretty much most likely deals with men who have other women. And she don't have a problem with that until she see my videos. Women, by nature, is supposed to be with one man. It's something about a woman who is sexually active with multiple men that causes her to have very, very serious problems. Not only problems in her pussy, but problems mentally and spiritually. It fucks up a woman's mind. This is why so many women are pretty much suffering from different mental conditions, bipolar, schizos. There's so many different other medical problems with women associated with the amount of male DNA that enters their body. As I talked about in many videos, the DNA of a man affects women. So if a woman is sexually active with multiple men, that woman have to be prepared to be mentally altered, and she's going to go through a metamorphosis. The purpose of a male DNA entering a woman, whether through her vagina, her mouth, her ass, it doesn't really matter where it is. If the male DNA enters a woman's body, she's going to go through a metamorphosis where she is going to be locked to that man. That is the way things work. But if a woman is sexual with multiple men and that DNA is getting in her body, she's going to be confused as to who is her man. She's going to have feelings for this guy, feelings for that guy, that guy. She will not be a stable woman. She'll be pretty much anybody's woman who is willing to deal with her. And this is where we have whoredom. This is where we get confusion. This is where we get baby mothers and women who are sexually active with multiple men and can't seem to settle down with one because her mental state won't allow her to cling to one man because she has so much DNA from different men in her body. Simply put, if you're a sister, you need to be satisfied that you actually have a man. I'm just being straight up with you. If you have a brother who is checking for you, a brother who's feeling you, and you're with that particular man, and you and him is building in any way whatsoever, even if that man has a woman a wife, a girlfriend, or whatever the case is, you as a sister, you need to be glad that you actually have a man who is in your life willing to build with you in any capacity. That is just like real talk, because I find that a lot of you sisters, you're waiting for this special guy who have no woman. And I keep telling you, sisters, you are wasting your time waiting for a man to come along who have no woman. Like, it's 2016. Like, what man in his right mind is walking around this earth with all these women out here, but yet he's single and have no woman? Are you serious? That's not happening. That's not possible, especially a brother who's pushing 30, pushing 40. Do you really think that that brother is single? Like, let's keep it real. You know, every man has a woman or women. That is the bottom line. The whole thing is this: do the man respect you? That's the main goal you as a sister need to be focused on. Do the man respect you and take you serious as being his woman, or at least one of his women? Because this is the way I'm going to continue to speak and talk in my videos, because I believe in polygyny. I believe in a man having more than one wife. If you want to say more than one woman or whatever the case is, that's what I believe. And I'm not backing away from that concept, because it's biblical, it's just, it's basically nature, and it's the man's purpose to do so. And there is no way around that. You look at any sort of monogamous relationship, what do you always see happen? You always see that a man and a woman come together and the man end up cheating. It's always that case. The man always end up cheating, and he's labeled a bad guy, a dog, and he's just some wicked ass man. No. That's not the case. What you have to understand is this: a man is going to be attracted to other women. Does that mean he's a dog? Listen, let's deal with that dog issue. Every man is a dog. Let's just put it out there. Every man is a dog. But let's just keep things real so that there's balance. Although all men are dogs, what distinguish a dog that is different from another dog in terms of their behavior? The answer is training. A lot of dogs have no home training. So if you're a man and you have no home training, then you're going to be a crazy ass dog who's going to go out there biting women, doing wickedness, injuring women, not taking none of them seriously, breeding them and leaving them. That is what a wicked dog does that have no training. But when you have a dog that had proper training, it'll teach women a few tricks. It'll teach them the difference between an evil dog from a good dog. And we see this in nature when dogs attack people. That is because those dogs have no home training. And like men, although all men are dogs, there's a difference. Home training plays a great role in how a man deals with women. When a man is serious about you as a sister, he can be the type of brother who might be a dog, but he's a good dog, which means he has the training, he has the ability to pretty much deal with you in a respectful manner. It doesn't really matter. The whole point is, do he respect you as a woman to take you serious? And do you respect yourself enough to only deal with that man and not play the field? Because if you're a sister and you're out there playing the field with multiple men, but yet you're mad because this brother have more than one woman, like, how could you be mad? That don't even make no sense. It's not like you're some faithful woman trying to be only with him. You know what I'm saying? But even if you are trying to only be with him, the point that I'm making in this video is that a man is going to always be attracted to more than one woman. The whole point is, you as a sister should not basically get your mind so emotional to the point where you're like, well, you know, if you can have more than one woman, then I can have more than one man. Well, if that's the case, then you go your way and the man should just go his way, because real men are territorial. We don't want to be dealing with any woman who is sexually active with another man. Why? Because it's going to limit the things that we can do with you. I even made a video about this, talking about how if a man is dealing with a woman and he's sexually active with her, and this particular brother like eating pussy, he like licking this woman all over the place and doing all kinds of freaky shit, why would he want to do that with you if he know that you are fucking with two other guys? Like, does that make any logical sense? It's not going to make any sense, and he's not going to really pretty much do that. If he do fuck with you, he's going to pretty much do some wham bam thank you man shit and just, you know, that's pretty much it. He's not going to be really intimate with you in a very sensual manner, because he's constantly concerned about, there's another dude fucking with you. Like, really? Like, I'm not gonna even want to kiss you because I don't know where your mouth be. Like, you sucking this other dude's dick and then I'm gonna be fucking kissing you. Like, really? It doesn't make any sense. So being that a woman is not supposed to deal with multiple men, any man in his right mind is going to be concerned. And in some cases, he may not even want to deal with you at all, like sexually at all. Like, it's going to literally ruin anything you could possibly happen with that man, because he realized that you're not his woman. And this is what goes on when I talk about how male DNA will confuse a woman. And any woman that believes she can roam around with multiple men and think that that's cool, she's a nasty bitch. Like, I'm really seriously telling you. And I know a lot of sisters would say, oh, but that's the double standard because you're saying men can have more than one woman, but women can't. That's not fair. Listen, lady, I just told you and explained to you the concept of male DNA and what that does to a woman. I have multiple videos on my page where I talk about these issues. And it's the reason why so many black women are sexually confused. It's the reason why they become baby mamas and nobody marry them. It's the reason why these women can't seem to settle down, and they're never satisfied no matter what man they get, because they have so many different male DNA in their body. Listen, when a man releases himself in you, he releases his spirit in you. Ooh. That spirit that's of that man becomes a part of you, and you become one with that man, which means his personality, the way he thinks, the way he do things, it also becomes a part of you. For example, let's say you're a woman, you never drank in your life. You were never a drinker, never a smoker, right? For whatever reason, you came around a man who was an alcoholic. We're not talking about a man who occasionally had a drink, occasionally had a beer. We're talking about a man who's an alcoholic. And you somehow hanged out with this man. You're with him, you're chilling, you're having some drinks. He's an alcoholic, mind you. He's always drunk. He always got some liquor. He always have some Henny. He's just always lit. You know what I mean? And for whatever reason, he's just busting DNA all up in you. Remember, that DNA contains everything that's in that man, including his alcohol addiction. And guess what? It becomes a part of you. And now all of a sudden now, when you was once very conservative with your drinks, now you're like over the top with your drinks. And he's not bringing drinks to the crib for you to sip with him. You're now going and buying 3-4 bottles and keeping it in the crib. And now you're pretty much an alcoholic yourself. Why? Because of the man that you're dealing with. That's why. His DNA is in you. It altered your mind. You went through a metamorphosis, and now his personality is a part of you. So when you operate with multiple men sexually, everything about these men become a part of you. So if you're dealing with thugs, you're dealing with goons, you're dealing with hitters, you're dealing with shot callers and ballers and dealers and all this type of stuff, all of their personalities and their ways become a part of you. This is where we get gold diggers from. Where do you think a gold digger come from? You think a gold digger is just a woman who just wants your money? No. A gold digger actually come from the spirit of a wicked ass man who had a love for money. He was just a go-getter. He was just all about getting money. Money, 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 money. That's everything that was on his mind, is just money. So what happened? He got with a sister. He dealt with her sexually. It is what it is. Now that sister has his personality of getting money. So what happened? She becomes a gold digger. And what else could she use but her body? So that's where you have today with a lot of women gold digging. It's usually always some sister that's very, very attractive, very beautiful, nice looking, sexy ass body, and she know that these brothers are going to open pockets because they want that pussy. They want to hit that. They want to tap that bitch from the back. It is what it is. I'm just trying to let you sisters know the real deal. This is why I speak raw, uncut, straight up from the streets, BK and the fullest. You know how it is. So sisters have to recognize that it is what it is. Brothers are going to always holler at different sisters. But there's a difference. There's a difference between a man dealing with women respectfully, and there's a difference between a man smashing and dashing women. All of this I talked about in videos. I don't support the smashing and dashing. I support the act of a man building with a sister, building with a woman, getting to know that sister, getting that vibe going, getting that sexual energy going, learning about the sister, exchanging resources, exchanging, things about each other. Balance is key. Learning about her, she learning about you. It's all about respect. My point in this video is making women understand that men will be attracted to more than one woman. Men will have other women. And all of you sisters out there who are waiting for this single guy, you're wasting your time. You need to pick and deal with the man who is trying to get with you and whom you know is a decent quality man, and not worry about, oh, he got a woman, or oh, he got a girlfriend, and what? He got kids? I can't deal with him. I can't deal with no man with no kids. What do you mean you can't deal with no man with no kids? You're not taking care of the kids. You understand my point? So there's a lot of issues because, a lot of women today tend to be trying to do what men do. You have men, they'll say, well, I'm not dealing with no sister that got kids. And there's a reason for that. Because when a man is dealing with a woman who have kids, that woman is expecting that man to take care of her kids. Do you understand my point? It's not like that man can get with that sister who have kids and he's just having access with her and he don't have no interaction with her kids. Her kids are going to always be in the way. You understand? You won't be able to have no dates. You won't be able to come over her house. There won't be no privacy because these kids will be all over the place and it's going to ruin any chances you have with the woman. And if you were to get with her, she's going to expect you to buy this, buy that, do all these different things for her and her kids. You understand? But now if a man have kids and he have a baby mama, a wife, whatever the situation is, and he have kids, and you're a sister who have no kids, how can you say you don't want to deal with that brother because he have kids? You're not taking care of his kids. You don't have no responsibility to his kids unless you understand the concept of polygyny and you're willing to participate in being a sister wife and help out with the kids just as much as if you were to have kids with that brother, you would expect whatever other woman he have to help you. Now, if you have that type of understanding and you're mature in that area, then of course you would share in the responsibility of raising children, dealing with kids, household responsibilities, and so forth. But if you're just a single sister and this brother right here may have a baby mama or whatever the case is and he got 2 kids, how can you say you don't want to talk to him because he have 2 kids? Does that make any sense? Because you're not the one taking care of the kids, nor is he looking for you to take care of any kids. He's trying to build with you. So if you're going to throw your opportunity of dealing with a decent man because he have kids, some things in life you have to understand. If people are in their 30s, most likely somebody had kids already. If a man is pushing his 40s, most likely he already done had kids. No different than if a woman is pushing 40. In most cases, she already had kids. Most women that are in their late 20s probably have like 3-4 kids already. This is why the playing field in terms of meeting people is so reckless and crazy, because the average brother is going to most likely run into a sister who have children. And in most cases, these brothers are not wanting these women because of the fact that these women have baby fathers and other issues that come to mind that these brothers just don't want to deal with. Like me personally, there are a lot of beautiful black women that have kids, but the whole point is dealing with this type of sister that have these type of situations. It can be very frustrating. Number one, a woman with kids have no freedom. She really don't have no freedom. Her freedom is taking care of her kids. And it's another problem that I find with a lot of black women is that they tend to become very bitter sometimes because they have to take care of their own kids, and that's not cool. If you're a woman and you have to take care of your kids, it should be your responsibility and love to actually do that. You lived your life, you were young, you had children. It's time for you to be a mother now. There's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes these women, they get jealous because they'll look at other women who have no kids and they'll think about how, oh, she have a better advantage. She can still have fun, and oh, that's the same sister. She probably messing with my man, and that's what my man probably doing. And it's just a lot of jealousy and envy. And I think that a lot of women, they're not in their rightful place. If you have kids as a sister, you should be focused on building with your kids. You understand? That doesn't mean that you can't do things. What it means is you have to learn how to cooperate with nature and understand that if you have kids and you have need of help, that is when you should know that you need a sister wife. You need a sister that's going to build with you, a sister that can help you with the kids and possibly give you some time so that you can actually be with your man. Because most women that have a pile of kids, they don't even have time to be with their man. And that's real talk. This is some real shit that I'm spitting here. But I want women to understand that if you have a man, you should be thankful and you should be glad that you actually have a man. Even if that man have another woman, if he respects you enough, if he comes home to you, if he's taking care of them bills, if he's in your life, the whole point is he in your life? Is he in your life? Okay, he stayed out late. Okay, he was with that woman over there. Okay, he didn't tell you this. All right, it is what it is. At the end of the day, is that brother in your life? Do he love you? Do he respect you? And you might say, well, if he loved me and respect me, he won't have no other woman. That's not the case. I just told you male nature. The nature of a man is to have more than one woman. It is what it is. You can't stop that. And too many brothers are being stifled, and they're being stripped of their manhood by this society that is making them think that something is wrong with them if they have more than one woman. Something is wrong with you women if you think that a man is going to be locked down to just one woman. Listen, man, when brothers go to work, they're 9 to 5. What do you think is going through their mind when they're at work? What do you think goes on? If you're a sister and you on your period, who do your man supposed to fuck during that time?
Nobody.
He can't fuck you. Like, what is he going to do? If you're a sister and you're pregnant, what is your man supposed to do sexually while you're carrying? See, women don't think about none of this stuff. If you're a busy woman and you got kids and you're busy all the time, you don't have no time for your man. What is he supposed to do? Just stay home and jerk off? Like, really? That's not what a woman would expect her man to do. You would expect him to have a woman who can please him, a woman who can take care of him. And see, this is where polygyny comes in, because if you're a sister and you're busy and you know you're not pretty much able to be there for your man sexually, you would be happy to know that, you know what, although I'm not able to do this and that for my man right now, I'm glad that I have a sister wife that is able to take care of him, and as long as he's happy, that's all that I'm concerned about. He's happy, she's taking care of him, she's pleasing him sexually, it's all good. I know the sister, she's a good girl, blah, 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 blah. That's what you call real sisterhood. But a lot of you women, you're listening to this video, and you're upset already. You're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. But you know what? You can think I'm crazy all you want. All you got to do is look in the real world, look out your window, and look at the countless amount of baby mamas, look at the countless amounts of kids out of wedlock. None of these women are married. These women are jumping from man to man to man to man to man to man, and yet you mad with me because I'm talking about polygyny and how women need to work together and build? Something's wrong with that picture. Because when you look at the average black woman, she's sleeping around all over the place. She's sleeping around, popping kids out. She's not married. You tell me, what's the matter with that situation? What is the matter with that situation? Is that a faithful woman? That's not a faithful woman. That's a whorish woman who is all over the fucking block. Real talk. So getting mad with me and the concept of polygyny, you're wasting your time. Because I'm teaching about building family unit, structure, with a decent man. If you're a sister and you have a decent man in your life, be thankful. Be happy. Embrace that man. Build with that man. Don't shun that man away. Don't say, well, you know, you got a girl, so I can't really deal with you. You wasting your fucking time. What's the matter with you, sisters? You see a decent brother who is decent, who can guide you, who can build you, and you want to not deal with that man because you know he have a woman, or he got 2 wives, or whatever the case is. Like, do you really think men are single? Like, what woman in her right mind would think a decent man who is somewhat handsome would have no woman? Think and use your brain. That doesn't make no logical sense. You understand? Men that are decent, that are doing things with their lives, you should know, number one, women are going to be looking at this brother. He most likely have a woman. He got some kind of woman somewhere. That's just normal. You know, that shouldn't even be an issue. My point is, women need to get over the jealousy, the envy, and begin to say to themselves, you know what? Even if this brother has a woman, even if this brother have a wife, it doesn't matter to me because I have him. He's in my life. I like him. I care about him. He cares about me. He loves me. He likes me. He treats me good. He makes me smile. He talks to me. He tells me all kinds of things. I want to keep this man in my life. I don't have no issues with the fact that he got a woman. That's the type of sisters you brothers need in your life. These other women who are all monogamous and talking about, well, they're looking for some man that's exclusive to them. Those women are living in a fantasy because that world don't exist. That world do not exist. And all of you brothers who be feeding these women bullshit, talking about all you need is her, you're satisfied with one woman. Stop lying to these sisters. Please stop lying to these sisters. Stop telling these sisters that you're only with them when you know good and well that you be with that sister down the block, when you be with that sister on your job, you be with that sister out of state. Please let these sisters know the truth. Stop lying to these women. See, the more lies you brothers say in terms of, oh, you're the only one I need, you're lying. You're lying to that sister. You're lying, especially if she's not all that attractive. She know there's better looking women out there. She know you can get them. So why are you lying for? Just listen. My motto is being straight up with women. Straight up to the point. That way, there's no confusion. That way, there's no, some secret. No, everything is exposed. Everything is out there. She know what it is what it is, And that way, she can make up her mind what she want to do. Because at the end of the day, whether she choose you, whether she choose to be with me, it doesn't really matter. She's going to end up with a guy who's going to most likely have some other woman on the side somewhere. And I don't like using that word on the side, but that's just what you women love to say. You understand? If the brother is in your life and he respects you and he's taking care of you and he's with you and he's building with you and you're having fun with him and he make you smile and it makes you happy to get up in the morning knowing that you got somebody in your life, you ought to be thankful that you got that, man. You really do. And it is what it is. I'm just here to let you know that there is no such thing as a man that has only one woman or a man that's single. That any man that's single is pretty much doing pretty bad. If you ask me, any man that is single at the sound of my voice, you are either gay, number one, or you're just doing pretty bad in the romance department. Or I would say maybe you are still on the market looking for a certain type of woman. But, this idea of a man being single or a man not desiring more than one woman, it doesn't exist. It really doesn't exist. So with that said, leave your comments, leave your feedback, leave your hate mail. Let me know what you think about this video. I hope that a lot of sisters out there begin to embrace polygyny, and if not just polygyny, embrace the concept and idea that your man may in fact have another woman, and just be mindful of that. Talk to him about it. Ask him a question. Sit him down and be like, do you have another woman? Just let me know straight up. How is she? I would like to meet her. And talk like that. Because see, what I'm trying to get us people to understand is this. We need to build. We need to get along. We need to come together, and we need to stop hiding. Because I think that's one of the main problems within the black community, is that there's a lot of hiding, there's a lot of sneaky shit, there's a lot of under the table stuff that goes on. We need to be more upfront and open with the people we're with and the people we're dealing with. That way, relationships can thrive and we can build families rather than have all of these, these secret relationships and these secret lives that really is causing us more harm and more damage. We need to actually build. So as a sister, if you're with a man, you need to ask him, do you have another woman? How many women you have? Maybe he might tell you, maybe he won't tell you. In some instances, ladies, a man don't necessarily need to tell you about any particular woman he's dealing with, because in some cases he's still building with that woman. He's still getting to know that woman, and telling you about it is not going to help the situation if he's not really with her. Do you understand my point? If a man is not fucking a woman, if a man is not intimate with a woman, there's no need to even tell you anything, because he's not really with the woman yet. He's getting to know the woman. He's having a lot of conversations, a lot of verbal talks. So you meeting with her or getting to know her is irrelevant at this stage in the process, because he's not technically with her. But once he get with her, then there is a need for him to introduce you to her, if that is what you would like. And I think that is something you should desire. As a woman, you should desire to know if your man have another woman. That way, you can at least get to know who she is. It doesn't mean y'all have to be around each other 24/7, but it's good that you actually know who she is. It's all about respect. It's all about building, and that way y'all can actually have a relationship and get to know each other and work together. That is the whole purpose and goal of polygyny. But so many of you sisters, you're so stuck in monogamy that monogamy is killing you, because in monogamy you're worse. You do more evil and wicked things under monogamy. And that's the shame that I see, and women just don't see this. I mean, think about this, ladies. You're monogamous. You say you're monogamous, but you jump from dick to dick to dick to dick. How many fucking men been through you? Think about that. But yet you'll complain that a brother have another woman, but yet you've been dicked down by multiple men. Think about that. Think about that. You're not married. You're not with no man. You're not in a relationship with one man. You've been fucked by multiple men. Think about that. And that's under monogamy. Do you really believe in being monogamous? Of course you don't. You believe in being a prostitute. Because if you believe in being monogamous, you'll settle with that one man and just chill your ass out. But you're not. You're jumping from man to man to man to man, which means you have multiple men in your body. Now, what does that say about you? It doesn't say anything pretty. You understand? So, I just thought I'd put all of that stuff out there for you to understand. Men are not like women. Women are not like men. You cannot go around comparing yourself to a man. Men are different in nature. We are a different species of being. We are not like women. Women are not supposed to do certain things that men do. And it is what it is. But in this culture, everything is equal opportunity. Women want to be equal to men in everything. So if I talk about polygyny, you'll have a dumbass woman who'll say, well, if a man can have more than one wife, then, a woman can have more than one husband. Now, please explain to me how that make any logical sense that you have more than one husband. Because technically speaking, according to the Bible, a man is the head of the woman, right? He's the head of the household, right? Okay, if a woman have 3 husbands, who is the head? Do you see? Do you see the point now? Who is the head if the man is the head? You have 3 heads? That don't make no sense. Somebody has to be the head.
Because the woman is the head.
Number 2, if you're a woman and you have 3 husbands and husband number 3 want a child, how would you be able to get pregnant by him if the other 3 men are fucking you raw as well? Who's the baby father? Think about that. You cannot reproduce multiple children from 3 different men. It's not going to happen. You can only get pregnant by 1 man at a time, which means reproducing and building a large family with 3 men is not a successful union. But if a man have 3 wives, he can get all 3 of them pregnant at the same time. Do you understand my point? So the course of nature is supposed to be that a man have more than 1 woman for the purpose of multiplying family and seed. And not only that, having sexual pleasure. Not only sexual pleasure, but a functioning household where women are sharing in the responsibility of raising children. We always hear the saying that it takes a village to raise children. Do you know what that village consists of?
Now, 2016, women want more than 1 man. He just broke it down. Now, them having more than 1 man, it would be for sexual pleasure. That these men, husbands, whoever you want to claim them side, it will just be done because she wants to fuck him. She feel like the other guy come too fast, so she go to the next one, and that's it. I guess the thing would be she have sex with him and don't get pregnant by the guy, and the head of the house will be one of the husbands, I guess, or the woman will pretend to be the head because you're already out here moving as if she's the man anyway now. So her having 3 husbands, will be her like calling the shots, I suppose. But that's my take on that. I'll finish them off.
Women, because women are the nurturers and the ones who raise children. We're not talking about aunts and cousins and grandmothers raising the children. We're talking about the wives of that man raising the children. Why? Because the aunts and the cousins and all of them should have their own children to raise and their own sister wives to help them. So, with that being said, I hope that this video is very educational for a lot of you sisters. I know a lot of you won't agree, and it is what it is. You don't have to agree. But at the end of the day, just look out your window and look at society. Every single man that you see in these streets have a woman. And if he don't have a woman, something is wrong with that man. And if you're a sister and you get with a brother and he say he's single, that ought to let you know that that brother ain't shit. Because if he was really popping, if he was a dude that really had shit going on, if he was some sort of good lover, he would have a woman. You understand? Real talk. Women usually gravitate towards men that have women around him. It is what it is. You'll have a ton of women chasing down Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and all these different guys, knowing that these brothers have women. But they don't give a fuck. They're like, look, I don't care if he have a woman as long as I'm one of his women. As long as I can benefit from him. That is the way you're supposed to be with every single man who is a decent brother. You should be like that. In other words, you get with him, you're not concerned about if he have a woman. You just automatically know. This brother ain't no ugly ass brother. This ain't no broke ass brother. This ain't no lame ass dude. This is an official brother right here. What the fuck wrong with you as a sister? You think this brother gonna be alone? Get the fuck out of here. He's gonna have women around him. He's gonna have women throwing themselves at him. You as a woman is supposed to be focused on, listen, I need to be building with this man. regardless about what woman is around. My job is to do what I need to do so that I can keep this man's attention on me. That is what you're supposed to be doing as a sister. And you're supposed to be thankful that you got this man in your life. Not pushing him away because he has a woman or because you know women are around him. No. You're wasting your life when you do that.